Miss Brian.
Gino, how are you, buddy?
Good, you?
Very good.
Matthew, that haircut looks great. Much improved.
Thank you.
I was talking to the other Matthew, but yours looks great too.
No haircuts allowed, boys. No haircuts allowed.
Oh, 3 pages now.
I'm trying to grow it out like Aiden here. I'm just a couple months behind. It's coming, buddy. It's coming.
So I got Mr. Davies is there, Miss Braid, Ivan, Dina. Oh. You still don't know who the mystery iPhone is. They're not revealing.
It's a mystery.
Wow, it's so great to see all of you.
Yeah, me too.
So my daughter has always wanted to go to Gala, and then this is her first year. Now she's hiding. Can I go on camera? Can I go on camera? And now when I turn the camera, she's under the table. You silly Billy. Now you're missing your chance. Right now. Oh, there's Brian. He's eating his breakfast. Ben.
Ooh, Brian Chun, where are you right now? Are you in LA or are you?
No, he's in Korea.
He is in, okay. So that can't be breakfast. That's a late night cereal.
Oh, there's Kieran. Is that you? Let's see your hair, buddy.
Oh yeah, there was another chop job.
Wow. I really
Right there.
put your camera down a bit. Oh yeah, now I see your smile. You look good. Well, I'm not sure if we think this is everybody. Oh, there's Felix. Morning, Felix. Oh, someone else.
Houston.
Hi, Easton. Oh, there's Evgeny. Hi, Evgeny.
Hi, Miss.
And Marlon has joined us.
Just saw a bug pop up.
Buggy Wuggy. Where is my Buggy Wuggy? I didn't see him. There he is. Hey, Mr. Bug, you gonna turn your video on? Hi, how are you? All right. What time do we have, Tom?
It's a very good question. I have no idea. I'm on my phone, so I don't have.
It's almost 10 after 9.
Okay. We're up to 56, so someone else just joined us. We have 3 screens of participants. Chris Percy, Ivan. Someone else, 57, there's Eamon. There's Stubby. That's better. We're up to 58 now. I see Tree has joined us. This is Donovan.
Happy early birthday, Kieran. It's your birthday tomorrow. I just wanted to say happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Kieran.
Well, with it being about 10 after here, do we want to start getting things moving?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I'm just trying to see if I can hide the non.
Oh, the bubble screens.
Okay, let's do that. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'm.
So just a quick reminder here, everyone, and I know Miss Kelly's kind of alluded to it already with the cameras. If you've got a camera, please turn it on. We love to see everyone's faces, especially when we're doing the group shots of these things. And then again, as well, if you have audio, please mute yourself to limit the background noise. Best way to view this is probably the speaker slide. We will be showing a slideshow through the presentation. So with speaker view, you'll see the shared screen and just the one person. It's probably the best way to do this. We will be inviting a couple different people to speak. There's our guest of honor. A couple of people to speak during this. So again, with speaker view, you'll see that person by themselves. Annie, I'm not sure if you're good to go with the slideshow. Or Sue, did you get it? Annie's got it, of course. There it is. The expert. There we go. All right, everyone. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, I guess, depending on where you all are. We absolutely appreciate everyone jumping on today. We wanted to do this proper. Gala is one of the best events that the school hosts every year. It's a ton of fun. It's a great way to finish the year in terms of getting together and celebrating the accomplishments of all of our student athletes and getting the time to visit with families and say our goodbyes and all those tearful moments of celebrating great memories and great accomplishments. So again, while this is anything but ordinary, we couldn't let the season go by without coming together and doing what we could to make a gala, again, a celebration of each and every one of our students. Again, we understand this isn't the most intimate setting, but we thank everyone for jumping on today. So to our staff, our families, and of course the students, this is definitely a season and a year we will not soon forget. But take advantage of that. This is a unique opportunity to kind of reset yourselves and think about what motivates you and what makes life worth pursuing to the fullest degree. So take that moment, think about all the good things in the world, and again, really take this opportunity to push yourselves to be something better. So obviously through Gala, we will be recognizing both our academic and hockey awards. So again, these student athletes have gone above and beyond, both again within the classroom and on the ice. These are student athletes who've made contributions to the success both of themselves and to their teammates and classmates. So we want to make sure that it's recognized. We also have two new awards this year, which we're very excited about: the Resilience Award and the Voyageurs Award. Those will be announced within the hockey awards. Coach Andre will handle that. But without further ado, I'd like to invite Ms. Kelly back up to the stage to take the lead and recognize our academic award winners.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us all. Very happy to see everybody. Seeing all the faces makes me miss you all. I just wanted to just talk a bit about our it's had an ending or that none of us expected, but this is a celebration of academics. And
Just a reminder here, guys, please mute your cameras. We're getting some feedback.
C'est un Renoir gros. Ensuite, il fait 140 kilos.
I think
Ça
it's,
douce. Ça pousse. C'est des graves. De l'académie, genre le coach. Il a joué et tout.
Is that Damien?
It's Dove.
It's
Dove?
mute-toi.
S'il vous plaît.
okay. Are we good now? Think so. Okay, I was saying this is a celebration of academics, and therefore I have to absolutely, hands down, applaud my amazing team who support me on a daily basis and who provide the most amazing support, direction, guidance to the students on a daily basis. They are the people who are hands to hands with the boys every day in the classrooms and ensuring that they are engaged, that they are achieving to the best of their ability. And without that amazing team of Miss Cumming, Miss Braid, Miss Waldy, Miss Davidova, Miss O'Mara, and none other than Mr. Licari, who's my right-hand man, I could not do without him. I would like to thank them for all the work that they do and making an amazing transition to the virtual platform. Did not skip a beat. They were fantastic. I would also like to give an honorable mention to some students for their exceptional dedication to their academics during the global pandemic. They attended every single virtual classroom. They were engaged, they participated, they completed their work online. So I would like to thank and thank Solomon Kim, Luca Hay, Matthew Lee, Etienne Morin, Rylan Donovan, Tato Ishigaki, Monty Tucker, Eamon Charles, Jack Percy, Francis Plante, Hugo Letellier, Slava Melikov, Daniel Sayamov, Romain Piton, Noah Hagen, Cole Grant, Leo Haban, Justin McDonald, Ryan Hutchinson, Nicholas Odermatt, and Connor Radcliffe. So a big congrats to those guys. You really excelled during this difficult time.
Landry, he did none of it.
Let's see if I can mute everybody, but all right. Okay, moving on to our academic awards, we like to acknowledge the students who have made the most improvements in each grade, also then the top academic scholar per grade. So I'm going to start off with grade 8. And grade 8 most improved student is Daniel Shept. Congratulations, Daniel. And our top academic student in grade 8 is Solomon Kim. Congratulations, Solomon. I see you on the screen. Good work. Moving on to grade 9. Our most improved academic student in grade 9 is Mr. Remy Hay. Congrats, Remy. And our top academic student in grade 9 is Mr. Etienne Morin. Congrats, Etienne. Grade 10, our most improved student is Max Argadona. Well done, Max. And our top academic student in grade 10 is Eric Villeneuve. Way to go, Eric. In grade 11, our most improved student is Hugo Letellier. Well done, Hugo. Congrats. And our top,
Let's go, Hugo.
our top, you can hoot and holler if you want, guys. Our top academic student in grade 11 is Francis Plante. Way to go, Francis. Congratulations. And last but not least, our group most improved student is Connor Radcliffe Smith. I think he's on, but congrats to Connor. And our next student in grade 12 is our 2020 valedictorian, Nicholas Odermatt. Congrats, Nicholas. So a big round of applause, guys, to all of those amazing awards. You guys worked hard and you have earned these awards. Big congrats to me and congrats to my staff. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Susan. And again, congratulations to all of you that have won awards. Your hard work and dedication make us very proud. We would like to invite Coach Andre to start us off with the hockey awards. And again, as I alluded, the two new awards we are introducing this year, the Resilience Award and the Voyageurs Award. Coach?
Thanks, Tom, and great to see everybody today. I know it wasn't the greatest time when everybody left and didn't really get the opportunity to say our goodbyes, but especially today, it's always great to see all your faces and get to the opportunity to talk to you before you kind of leave your summer. Well, first of all, I'd like to start by saying thank you to all the coaches, Coach Ryan, Coach Marcus, Coach Sean, and Coach Mel, and all the coaches that were part of this year's process. I want to say thank you for your time, your efforts, your patience, for your dedication. Great group to work with. Just to talk a little bit about the season, a bit of a message as well as you go into your summer. As every season ends, many times we measure success with wins and losses instead of looking at our own individual success throughout the season. Certainly as elite athletes, none of us like to lose and we all want to win. But the reality is for all of us, if we want to reach that next step, whether it be major junior, junior A, tier 2 to eventually play NCAA, the incremental gains and your personal growth as a hockey player from year to year is much more important. How you grow as a player on and off the ice will actually define in time if you are going to be given an opportunity to showcase yourself at the next level. Did you put the time and commitment into your off-ice training, and did you get stronger, faster, and better? Did you put your time and commitment, and did you have a consistent work ethic when it came to your on-ice practices? Did you learn to push yourself and put everything on the line on a daily basis? When things got hard, did you learn how to work through it and not make any excuses? Did your skating, your passing, your shooting, your stick handling, your knowledge of the game improve from the first day you stepped onto the ice? When recognizing your weaknesses, did you put in the effort to try and create better habits for yourself and build on the strengths that you have? I'm sure there are a lot of coaches here that can relate from their own experience, but I had the opportunity to play for teams which I won championships, but I also played for teams where wins were far in between and losses were more dominant. But I always took the approach of looking at myself in the mirror, and I always asked myself if what I was doing was enough for me to succeed and reach the goals that I had set for myself. I never made any excuses, and if I wanted to see change, whether when things were going well or not, it had to start with me, because no one was going to do it for me. And this is one of the greatest things about our job as coaches at the Academy, because this past season, we saw growth in your individual skills. We saw growth in your thought process and knowledge of the game. We saw growth in your maturity and becoming leaders. We saw growth in your commitment, your work ethic, and the investment you made in yourself. We saw a change of a boy who is growing into a young man. And I could keep going on, but you are all better hockey players today because of the success you've been able to reach for yourself in the past year. But as you know, Rome was not built in a day. You have to keep dedicating yourself, but know that you're way ahead you're way ahead than when you were 10 months ago. I will end it like this. I've always said to you guys that a construction worker always wears a tool belt around his waist when he goes to work. But if a construction worker only has a hammer and a ladder, it's going to be very difficult to build a house. Well, the same is to be said for a hockey player. We all have a hockey tool belt around our waist. But if I'm a great skater and I only rely on that tool to reach the next level, it's going to be difficult to do. But if I'm a great stick handler, if I'm a great shooter, passer, face-offs, good at tipping pucks, playing away from the puck, puck protection, if I'm in incredible shape, if I'm strong and dedicated, and I could keep going on, then you will give yourself a chance to possibly get that opportunity you are looking for. So what I ask is to listen, and this is very important. All of you added more tools to your tool belt this past season, and some of you added new tools to your tool belt. Now the question is, and it's a bit of a challenge to you beginning tomorrow, how many of you will continue building on these tools, and how many new tools will you add to your tool belt before the start of the next season? So always remember, control the things that you can control. You all have a talent. Make sure you take the summer to really get yourself ready for the next start of the season. And that's just what I wanted to say to you guys for today. But just to give you a bit of an idea, but I think it was a successful season for all of you. You've showed maturity and you've showed gains, and make sure you continue building on that. So as we get into the awards, as Tom had mentioned, we have two new awards for this year. The first one is the CIHA Resilience Award. The CIHA Resilience Award is given to a student athlete who has overcome adversity, exhibited courage through difficult situation, performed with pain and injury, or performed admirably after recovering from a severe injury or adverse situation. So as the first award winner, I would like to let Marie-Pierre to dedicate this award.
Thank you, Andre. Last summer, one of our athletes sustained a serious injury. This athlete walked in my office on the very first day of school, and he was told that he wasn't going to play in a game until January. While his team was training and playing hockey, this athlete faced his injury with commitment and dedication every day. He made all of us proud when he finally played his first game with Team White in January. This athlete stood out with his compassion. He always showed up with a smile and has taught me so much during his road to recovery. So congrats to Artem Chernoff for your outstanding work this year.
Thank you, Marie-Pierre, and congratulations to Artem. Certainly, I've had the opportunity to coach Artem in the last 2 years, but I know having an injury going through the summer and knowing that your hockey season will not begin until possibly January or February, his mindset was incredible, and everything that Marie-Pierre and I shared throughout the year, as far as Artem, we certainly lift our hats to you for that dedication to getting back on the ice. So congrats, Artem. For the second new award that we have moving forward, it's called the Voyager Award. It's given to student athletes who have demonstrated outstanding commitment to self-improvement during off-ice training. And for this award, we will have 3 winners, and I will have Alex name those 3 winners.
Thanks, Andre. With this one, Sam and I had a hard time because we found that there was a lot of guys that could possibly have had this award. But what we were looking for is just consistency in the gym and out of the gym, competitive, always trying to improve themselves and asking ways of doing that. Meeting the expectations Sam and I had set for them in the gym, being on time and being professional, and always taking things and learning things, especially from seminars we did with whether it was in the kitchen or whether it was about sleep and how they can improve any of those those things in their lives. The three guys, the first guy is new to the school, so I was really surprised, his work ethic and his dedication. Second guy would always trip me when he walked in the gym, which kind of motivated me to push him as well. And the third guy is very, very consistent from the time he's been at CH. So the three winners are Luke Simpello, Ron Vardy's Bug Norton McGregor, and Francis Plant. Congrats, boys.
So thank you, Alex, and congratulations to all of you three, Luke, Bug, and Francis. You know, it's we all want that that success on the ice, but to have that success on the ice, it comes from what you do off the ice, and it's a very important aspect to your training and to getting better. And just want to say congratulations to all three of you as well.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach. Again, we added these two awards. We definitely felt it was important. It was something that mattered to us. Again, you guys push yourselves all the time to become better individuals, to help make your contributions to your teams. So again, we wanted to make sure that we recognize that hard work and dedication to yourselves. We're going to be moving over to the individual team awards. So the three awards that we recognize in this are most improved player. It's pretty self-explanatory. This is the person that, again, pushes themselves in practice and in games, are meeting with coaches, are making sure that they're doing everything they can for self-improvement to be able to contribute to their teammates better. The defensive MVP, again, somebody that takes the defensive side of the game to the highest level, whether that's a defensive forward, shutdown defenseman, standout goalie, whatever the case may be in that regards. And then the team MVP, the person that the coaches have deemed have made the greatest contribution to the team's success through leadership, on-ice performance, again, everything that, again, makes an MVP. So what we'll do is we'll bring each coach in order. We're going to be starting off with the Bantam. So Coach Ryan, if you don't mind taking the floor, it's yours. And he's muted. Oh. Coach Ryan, do we have you?
Here we go.
There we
Here
go.
we go. I was unmuted before. I thought I still remained unmuted, but good to see everybody. I hope everybody's doing well around the world, wherever you guys are. Strange times for sure. I feel like I haven't had a chance to say goodbye to everybody, and it's we're all in this together, so we'll get through it. And as we can see, things are starting to improve. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank Mr. Bordeaux, Annie, Andre, and Joey for hiring me. I think we're all very fortunate to where we work, and I really appreciate it. To all the Bantams, thank you for your hard work this year. I think it was a good year with lots of ups and downs. At times, I'm sure it was a little bit frustrating, but it's supposed to be frustrating. And you have to trust the process and respect your craft and put in the work. If it was easy, everybody would do it and make a career out of it. You just got to remember that. And as Andre said, keep working on your skills and adding tools to your belt and go as far as you can this game, because it's the best game in the world and it's fun to play. I'll just share a couple memories that really stand out for me this year were some of the tournaments mainly. We had some crazy finishes in games, and I'm sure you guys can remember them. In Peterborough, the overtime format, for those of you that don't know, we would start out with 4-on-4. We'd play for a minute. We go down to 3-on-3, play for a minute, 2-on-2, and down to 1-on-1 if nobody scored, obviously. One of our games, we were about to get down to a 1-on-1, and we scored with literally 1 second on the clock left. I believe Tieto scored. That was a great win for us, kept us going. Another time in the same tournament, we were about to get we actually did get down to a 1-on-1, and as soon as we had possession, I'm not going to take credit. I saw another team do it, and we pulled the goalie, and I put out DJ and Tito, and knowing with those guys' speed, I think we're going to be in good shape. And that other poor kid, I don't think was going to touch the puck. That's exactly what happened. We got the goal to win the game, and it was pretty exciting. Another time in Hamilton before Christmas, we were, we played some pretty good games. I think we were underachieving in a few games, and at one point we were losing late, and Mr. Conto actually came and leaned over the bench and said, "Ryan, a tie is no good. We need to win the game." So obviously we were going to pull out all the stops and try to win. We pulled the goalie. We tied the game, I want to say, with about 25 seconds left. But again, that was going to be no good. So we kept the goalie pulled, and we won the faceoff. We went down. We scored again. And I told the guys after the game, and I haven't seen too many games like that. And I've been around this game for a long time. So just those are a couple of memories that really stand out to me this year. Again, I want to thank you guys for all your hard work and have fun with it and keep going, boys. We'll get to the first award. As Tom mentioned, it's the most improved player. I saw this young guy play for the first time 2 years ago in Charlottetown at the Andrews Showcase. And to be honest, he was a pretty raw player at the time, and we could see that he had a little bit of potential. And this is not just the most improved for this year, but I think for the last couple of years as a member of the Bantam AAA team, he's really come a long way. His skills have progressed nicely. He's actually quite smooth on a lot of the individual skills drills that we do. And at the start of the year, I think he was a little bit unhappy with his role, but he worked hard. He worked at it, and he wasn't afraid to ask questions in order to get better. So without further ado, the most improved player this year is Marcus Kratz. Congrats, Kratzy. And for the next one, we'll get on to the defensive MVP. Also another 2-year veteran of our team. I knew coming in that he was going to be a big force in our league and for our team. And as a veteran player, he demonstrated some good leadership, and he was all over the ice this year, literally and figuratively. And he dominated a lot of games with his size and speed, threw a lot of great hits. When he wasn't in position, he made sure that he busted his butt to get back into position. And I think he's got a lot of potential to move up along in this game. The defensive MVP this year for the Bantams, Daniel Johnson. Congrats, DJ. We'll move on to the MVP of our team. Once again, another veteran player. He had a great year for us. I think one word that I can think of when I think of him, I think of consistency. He was pretty good throughout the whole season, every period, every shift. Very good leader on and off the ice. He was a very respectful kid, and I think well liked by his peers. He's consistent and strong and has good strengths in each area of the game. He led our team in scoring this year as well. Our MVP is Matthew Lee. Congrats, Matty. I just want to say one more thing before we get on to the double A's, I believe. I want to thank all the parents and staff for the support this year. It was a difficult year for myself personally, and I truly appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, Ryan. So moving on here, before I begin, I'd like to thank Mr. Bordeaux for everything he does to make CIH possible for these young men and for us as a staff. It truly is a special place, and we're so fortunate to get to experience it. And of course, for his continued support throughout the year. You boys might not see him all the time, but he's usually up there in the top corner watching our game, regardless of the time, the weather, the score. He's up there pretty much every game. So thank you, Mr. Bordeaux, for all your support. Would also like to thank Annie, Andre, and Miss Kelly for the amazing opportunity to join the CIH family this year. And thanks to them, along with Tom, for making this ceremony here possible. Miss Kelly, can you maybe hit some mute here?
Yeah, just a reminder, guys, please mute your screens.
Where to begin? I think I was driving when I got the news from Miss Kelly that, you know, the boys were going home, and the more I thought about it, it was really the only thing that made sense to me with this whole pandemic was that it would happen to this team this year. It was really all that was left to happen to us at this point. We had about every injury imaginable, from suspensions to snowstorms, broken arms, wrists, thumbs, knee injuries, concussions, you name it. This team went through a lot this year, and it was unlike anything I've ever seen in a single season. But you know, we battled through a lot, and the boys progressed a long way. Unfortunately, she wasn't eligible for the award, but I think an honorable mention goes to MP for our MVP this season. We kept her busy. I spent a lot of time running down the hall to see who was practicing, who wasn't, how this doctor's appointment went. So we kept her busy, and she did an amazing job making sure that these guys were getting back on the ice and feeling their best. And of course, to Emily, who was with us for an awful lot of games and seemed to be there for all the worst moments. She must have thought there was something going on with our team because she was always there for the worst ones. So, we can't forget them. And I don't know where we would have been with both of you. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Marcus.
Despite the challenges, this group came a long, long way this year. We all know it was a rocky start, to say the least. But I think everything kind of changed for us. We had a game it was October 4th. Following a tough regular season opener with a 9-1 loss to Nepean, who ended up being in first place. We bounced back 3 days later, and the boys worked so hard and pushed them to 2-0. And sure, not a win, but at that point, it was our best outcome, and I think it really changed everything for us for the course of the year. The boys really started to see that they could compete, and they saw the potential that we had, and I think everyone's mindset kind of shifted that day, and it laid the foundation for overcoming all these challenges throughout the year. We followed that up with a great showing in Halton Hills. A lot of fun as a team, got to get out and see the Hockey Hall of Fame and spend some time together, and I think that was a real bonding experience for our group. And then off to the Ottawa tournament a few weeks later, where we had a great showing. By the end, as you know, we pushed the Sting, who ended up in the finals when COVID hit, and we gave them all they could handle in the playoffs. And I think for me, the highlight of the season for us was that Game 2 playoff game at home. By far the most fun we had on the bench all year. And it was just an incredible game down to the wire. I think it ended 4-3. But the fans, the boys, somewhat unruly, but they made for a great atmosphere. And for me, that's what prep school hockey is all about. That feeling of family and unwavering support. Great atmosphere, great game. I definitely won't forget it. So I think for me, that was our highlight game of the year. As a staff, we constantly reminded the boys that our goal was to get better every day. And while at times it may have seemed like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, these guys progressed leaps and bounds throughout the year, and better every day was a reality for us. We owe Coach Al a huge thank you for that. On the ice with us every day and spent so much time ensuring that these boys were getting better both on and off the ice. So thank you, Coach Al, for all your help there. Of course, Alex, Sam, their whole team in the gym. Coach Andre, again, for everything behind the scenes. Dylan, Marty and his staff, the kitchen staff, the teachers, everybody, thank you so much for all your support throughout this year. And of course, Yannick, we couldn't have asked for a better guy there, and thank him for all his support. Thank you, parents, for sending the boys to us, trusting them with us. I know it's not easy to ship them away, but you guys made it all possible. And finally, of course, thank you to the boys for this awesome year. From Ryder claiming he's never late, which I don't even think he made it here today, right? When he's late for the 5th time that week, sleeping on a hospital couch in Georgetown with poor Max, late night meals in the cafeteria after all those games, to Jack's awful smells that he gave off. What do you eat, Jack? This season is one I'll definitely remember, and we had so many great memories, and thank you all so much for being a part of it. Keep pushing yourself, boys, to get better every day. So moving on to the awards. Our most improved player this season, he impressed me right from the start. I first saw him on the ice last summer, and I was blown away a few weeks later when I learned how long he had actually been playing the game, or how little he had been playing the game, I guess. To be honest, I was terrified to see him in our first game, just with knowing the speed and the physicality of it. I wasn't sure how he would be in that situation, but he caught on quick, and just an athlete. His athleticism allowed him to pick up really quickly and improve. He helped to create offense. He put his body on the line for his teammates, blocking shots all the time. Continually improved himself on the defensive responsibilities. Even played a game as a shutdown defenseman for us, having only been his first year of real competitive hockey. So to the man that is never late for anything, congratulations, Mr. Ryder Sheridan. Defensive MVP. He provided a calming presence for our team, which is expected of a Southern gentleman. When many would have complained or been upset with the tough situations that he faced, he took everything in stride and with a smile on his face. He gave his teammates an opportunity to compete in every game. He took younger guys under his wing and was always supportive of his teammates regardless of the situation. Physically, he progressed incredibly in the gym and on the ice, and this helped him lead our team through our playoff series. When he's not stopping pucks, he's listening to country music, hunting, fishing, killing snakes in the yard. Congratulations to defensive MVP Landry Laird. And finally, MVP for the Double A's. Cliche as it may be, the expression, "it's not the size of the dog in the fight, but the size of the fight and the dog," was written for this player. I'll never forget looking at Coach Andre and Yannick down the bench in awe when he took a run at an opposing player much, much bigger than him and created a thud like we had never heard before. Or seeing that same expression on their faces when he unleashed a slap shot that had more force than we knew a frame that size could generate. This player, though quiet, was the definition of a leader. His practice habits, politeness, willingness to learn on and off the ice, and intensity and effort he brought to every game was an example for all CIHA athletes. In talking to Yannick about these awards, we both said, I don't think he had an off game all year. His consistent commitment to defensive hockey without sacrificing his offensive abilities earned him the opportunity to play up with AAA regularly. An Energizer bunny that took physical beatings from every bigger and stronger team we faced. He never stopped once or complained at all. This year's AA MVP goes to Mr. Hugo Letellier. Congratulations, Hugo.
Whoa, let's go! Let's go!
I don't know if we have John on the call. Andre, are you going to handle this one?
I apologize. I started talking and I forgot to unmute myself.
There we go.
So unfortunately, John was not able to be here today. So he just wanted to let everyone know to say thank you to Mr. Bordeaux, and I need to all the coaching staff, to Maddie Piat, Alex and Sam, to the teachers, to the house parents, to say thank you for all the support in his first year as a coach here at the academy. To you guys, he would like to say that it was an honor, and it was an honor to be your coach and being part of your individual process this past season. He greatly enjoyed being part of a great group, and he thanks all of you for your hard work, your efforts, your dedication, and simply the enjoyment of being your coach. He really enjoyed taking care of you guys. I'm sure you've enjoyed his chili and all the good food that he would bring on the bus during all the long travels. And I think that's a memory that will always stay with him. But he just want to, really say thank you for everything this year and making this season very enjoyable for him. And I wish he could be here today. So thank you to all of you. To move on to the awards, for the most improved award. This player was drafted by the Philadelphia Hockey Club in the 2020 USPHL and CDC Future Draft. He was also nominated for the CSHL Eastern Division Top Freshman. You know, from his transition from being a Bantam to this year playing on the Prep AAA team was certainly a big step, but he certainly made the best of his opportunities. And it was nice to see this player evolve during this past season, but especially this last 2 years. He's done a lot of good for himself, and he will continue doing a lot of good for himself. And I'd like to congratulate Titus Odermatt for winning the Most Improved Player. So congratulations, Titus. For the Defensive MVP Award, it's been impressive to see this player's transition from AA one season to playing in the Prep AAA team the next. He was selected to take part in the training camp as part of the selection process for Team France U18 at the World U18 Championship. He had the unique ability to play all position, but he was a great contributor on the back end from a defensive role to adding offense on the blue line for his team. He's a great individual, a great teammate on and off the ice, and I would like to congratulate Dov Rabo on winning the Defensive MVP Award. And for the Team MVP Award, this player has been with us since 2017, and in all his years, he has been a key contributor offensively and defensively on every team that he's played on. This past year, he was named captain and led with his abilities on the ice and led by example on and off the ice through his hard work and dedication. He has been very impressive in his growth that he's had over the years and how a great young man he has come to be. I would like to say congratulations to Ivan Landashev for being named Team MVP. Congratulations, Ivan.
All right. I hope everybody is doing well. And the first thing I want to say is to Mr. Bordeaux. You know, it's been since day one that I've been with the school, and it's still my dream job. And I want to thank him. And we are so blessed that we were able to bring my family from Chicago to the academy. So, Mr. Bordeaux, thank you very much. To the staff, it's been we are so lucky to have such a really good, supportive staff throughout. You know, from Alex to Marie-Pierre to all the coaches and all that. And also want to thank these guys here. We there's no way we could do it without you guys. And also to Annie and Tom and the rest of the staff. So I just don't want to make sure that I miss anybody, but you know, we all do it for the right reason. And you know, we are so lucky to be able to do something to help the development of these young athletes. So for me, I just want to thank everybody for that. Just to talk a little bit about the green team, Coach Brad and I mean, it's been another privilege to be able to coach you guys. You know, from day one at the practice, you know, I was so impressed with the skill and determination as far as the work ethics that you guys have put in. And I probably can't even count on one hand how many bad practices we had, and it really reflects on the way we played. We had a lot of really good, you know, character players, and you know, we determined to do really well during practices and games, and it really showed the way we played this year. And you know, even though sometimes when things were not going well, there was always somebody, you know, stepping up and making sure that we're going on the right path. And that's why we had a really successful season. And you know what? We just refuse to just refused to, to make sure that we did the right things. And we always found a way to play well or practice well. And the one thing that I really enjoy about this team too is that we were very respectful, and that goes a long way. Just to go over some of the team accomplishment that we've had this year. In February, we've played an amount of 12 games, and we've won 11, and we've lost. We lost in a shootout. That was a really good month for us. We finished fourth in the league, fourth overall, with our goal differential at plus 65. We were the second best team in the league, and as far as the goals for, we end up being number one. And goals against, we were the fourth place team. So, overall, it was a pleasure to be able to coach you guys. And I wish all the best for the players that are moving on, and the ones that are returning. We will continue to work hard, develop you, and make sure that you guys are ready to move on to get to the next step. So to go through the awards. So the most improved player, okay, being the first year here at the academy, obviously adapting to a new system and being away from home. This player really worked really hard and focused on his development, and actually became a really, really important part of our team here. So the most improved player is Luca Earn. Congratulations, Luca. For our defensive MVP, this guy was great leader, led by example, great team player, very well respected by his teammate, very reliable at both ends of the, like on the offensive zone and defensive zone. And we could put this player in pretty much any situation throughout the year. And we knew that he would be reliable and being able to do the best as he can. He had a great season. And we, like I said, we utilized that player at many different situations. So, there's no item for this one here. So Nick Pigeon is our defensive MVP.
Ouais, Pigeon! Let's go! C'est ça qu'on aime, Pigeon, là. Ça, c'est tough.
Yeah. Good job, Dove. So our MVP, what an incredible year that this guy's got. He was very well dedicated throughout the year, positive role model for this team. And you know what? He led by example in practices and in game. He didn't take any days off. Actually, in 45 games, he scored 48 goals and he had 34 assists for 82 points. He was the top scorer in the league. So Nikita Tiatinkin is our team MVP. Congratulations, Nikita. So the last thing I wanted just to say here, and again, I want to take a few minutes here to thank the parents. You guys were awesome throughout the year, very, very supportive. And you know what? You guys did an awesome job with your kids. I'm telling you, it was such an easy year. And the support was really great. And at every game, there was a lot of you guys showing up, and you were very positive. And I think that's one of the reasons too why this team was so successful, because of you guys. You got, we found a way, and then we had a lot of emails, or we contacted each other when there was problems and all that. But as far as the communication and all that, you guys were awesome. And I want to take this opportunity also to thank the families, and we will see you guys at the beginning of next year, the ones that are returning. Thank you very much. I will send it to Coach Andre now.
Thank you, Al. No, just as the coaches have been saying, for myself as well, I've had the opportunity to be part of this hockey program since 2012, and certainly I want to say thank you to Mr. Bordeaux and ID for the opportunities and the opportunity to do what I love to do and the passion that I still have for the game, but most importantly, uh, the opportunity to teach young players things that I've got to experience in my career, and being able to give back, because the game of hockey has given me so much throughout my life, and it's just great to have this type of forum to be able to do that on a regular basis. So thank you. I'd like to also say thank you to Matty Piat, to making sure that our team and our players were always taken care of when it came to injury or whatever the case might be. You're an amazing person, and you're great at what you do. And I think a lot of times we don't see a bit of the behind the scenes and what people actually do and what they sacrifice for their jobs. So to Matty Piat, thank you. The same for Alex and Sam. Much appreciate all the hard work that you put in to make our boys strong and ready for their games, and all your knowledge that you have to be able to provide that to them and give them these opportunities to better themselves, and you do that on a daily basis. So thank you to you. To Susan and all the teachers. Obviously, as coaches, we kind of come to you sometimes for help, or asking for maybe if we can have a player to skate or anything like that. But for all the work and all the favors that we've asked from you, I'd like to say thank you as well. To Tom, all your work as well. Joey, great job for bringing some great quality individuals to our program and being able to work with them. To Coach Mercer, working with our goalies and doing a great job to teach them the technical part of being a goalie. To Dylan for all the behind the scenes. Dylan does a lot for us. He does a lot for me as well. So thank you for all that you do, and all that you do for our players at the academy. To Marty and his staff. To Rachel and Julie, I know we've had conversations this year, and I've asked for favors and help from you. So I want to say thank you to you as well. To Shane and Chris, making sure that our boys are eating well and staying healthy. And I'd just like to say thank you to all the parents for trusting me in coaching your sons, and for your support throughout the whole season. You've done a wonderful job with your sons. And part of that made it a lot easier for me coaching this year, a wonderful group that we had. So thank you to all of you. I don't think I could have asked for a better group of young men to coach this year. Their focus, their work ethic, the consistent need of wanting to be better from one practice and game to the next. It was really great to witness their growth as a team and as individuals. They never really gave any excuses. They knew when they were doing very well, but they also knew when they had to pick it up a little bit. And it's just nice to be able to be surrounded with players that are very invested in themselves, invested in their growth, and invested in the goals that they have for themselves prior to the season. And to see that grow and evolve throughout a hockey season, as far as coaches, it's just really nice to see that change. I guess just to go back maybe to a bit of a funny story this year, we were playing at the Sensplex, and we were actually the visitors team. So to go on the ice to start the game, you would usually go through a different door on the ice to skate all the way down to the other bench. And then the home team, they would just walk towards the closest bench to the rink. I don't know what was going on that day, but our players decided to, all the players from the other team were on their bench getting ready for the game. And we just decided to walk through their whole bench to the coaches and the players. So when you're seeing 20 players walking on the other team's bench instead of going on the ice, anyways, it was a bit of a funny scene, but I think it was something that we always reminded the boys when we played there. When we played as visitors, make sure you skate on the ice to get to the bench, so nothing bad happens between the teams. But anyways, that was a special moment. That was a funny moment at the time. But to be honest with you, as far as the season, there are different times that maybe it was a little bit more special. But to be honest with you, I think the whole year I've really enjoyed coaching you guys. I've really enjoyed being a part of you. I know sometimes I could be a bit of a demanding coach, but you've always stepped up and you've always put the effort that was asked. And the amount of change that I've seen in you in the last 10 months has been incredible. And make sure you continue putting in that effort. For all of you that are going on, I wish you all the best in your career and in your success. And for the returning players, continue growing, continue working. You're doing a lot of good for yourself, and just keep on putting in that work and that commitment, and good things will happen for you. So thank you. It's much appreciated, all the things that you've done this year. So to move on to the awards, for the most improved award, this player was playing for our AA team last year. He came into this season with our team, and it was quite amazing to see the transformation in his game. He has a great work ethic. He's worked on, he's put a lot of dedication in the small parts of his game, and he really made a change for himself. And I think that as long as he continues working the way he does and continue evolving as a player, he'll do a lot of good things for himself. So I'd like to congratulate Ernest Berzens for most improved player. So congratulations, Ernest. For the defensive MVP award, now this player came onto our team as the youngest player on our team. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't too sure, especially in the first game or two, being a 14-year-old playing against 15, 16, and 17 years old. I wasn't sure how he's going to make out. I knew he was a good player, and he had a lot of qualities for himself. But when you think of the age difference, or certainly when you're 14 playing against 17 years old, that's a big difference. And was kind of wondering how he was going to hold up in those situations. But to be honest with you, he did a great job this year. He was very impressive to watch, and especially with his growth, he was certainly a player that was consistent on the backhand, but also provided us with offense on the blue line on a consistent basis. This player certainly has a special talent, and he has made his mark during this past season. And I certainly believe that he will continue making his mark moving forward. So I would like to say congratulations to Etienne Morin for winning the defensive MVP. So congratulations, Etienne. For the team MVP award, this player, I'll be honest with you, I'm very impressed by this individual, but I'll be really honest with you. I think a lot of players in our academy were actually very impressed by him this year. If I was a Bantam player coming into our program, if there's one person that I would have I was 14 and now wanted to be the same type of person, the same dedication would be this player. He came into our program 3 years ago as a double A. Last year, he came and played for my team, and he did a good job. But starting in January, that's where you kind of start seeing his progress and starting to see how he's kind of putting everything together within his own game. And then he came and he finished, I think, with 23 points. And this year he came into this season and had an unbelievable season. He tripled his points. He finished first in assists in the league. His dedication, his commitment, his work ethic. In the 3 years that we've had him on the, in the program, but for the 2 years that I've had him to be as a coach, I don't think have I ever heard him once give an excuse, and not have I ever see him not give his full out 100% effort. And it's by this dedication and his commitment that he's been able to give himself the success that he's had, especially in the last year. And he was also our captain. And he led by example. He led through hard work, and I think for me he was very impressive in just the way in his approach, but as well just the individual that he is. And there's a reason why he had so much success this year, and that's because every year for 3 years he's put everything into his sport. He's dedicated himself every single day. And those incremental gains really showed this year what kind of person and individual and hockey player that he can be. So I just want to congratulate Andrei Svalov for being our team MVP this year. So again, as far as a team, everyone has really evolved and has gotten better, and that's all the result to them. We are only here as far as coaches to guide them, but at the end of the day, it comes from their effort, their commitments, and their dedication. And I can honestly say, when I'm talking about my team specifically, everyone has grown so much because they've put the time in to make themselves better. And I just want to say thank you for a wonderful year, guys. I wish you all the best should you move on. And if you come back, I look forward to working with you as well, along with everybody else across all the teams. So thank you for a great year.
Thanks, Andre. Again, congratulations to all of our winners. Congratulations to all our students, to the teams. It was a fantastic year. Again, we alluded to it. It ended abruptly. It ended suddenly, unconventionally. This is a year that won't soon be forgotten. We appreciate all the support from the boys, from the parents. In hindsight, it's amazing when you look back at it, discussing, what is this thing that we're dealing with, and talking with some of our parents that kind of lived in Asia and had a bit of a head start on what was going to happen. And, maybe a little naive, saying, it's not going to affect North America in the same way. Obviously, that's been proven false. So again, I want to thank all the parents, all the boys for their continued support. You made my job a whole lot easier this year. Specifically, again, around the unfortunate quick turnaround of the boys leaving the school. I still remember talking with Andre and to the boys in the CAF and announcing we were going to be canceling spring break and just continuing on, and how big of a decision that seemed to be at the time. And again, I think within a week we were calling prep back from PEI as we knew that things were escalating very quickly, and the right thing to do was to get these young men back home where they were safe, whether they were going to be with their families. Again, not knowing what or how this was going to play out. Here we are, middle of June, Ontario, where we reside. We're just starting to open up some of the economy and some of the local businesses. So again, the right decision was made, and we couldn't have done it without knowing that we were going to get the parent support. And boys, again, we appreciate you allowing us to, while disrupting your year, making sure that you guys were all safe and well taken care of. And that's obviously our first priority all the time. So overall, congratulations, boys. Congratulations and thank you to the parents on an outstanding year, to the coaches, teachers, Annie, our house parents, MP, Alex, Sam, Chris, Shane, all our maintenance team, Marty, Mario, everyone that helps take care of the boys to the school, Terry for making sure that they're getting to their appointments and airports safe and sound. Again, I just want to take a quick second to say thank you. Gentlemen, have the best summer. I've alluded to it. Take advantage of kind of this time in your lives and recognize what it is, what's important to you. Focus on you both personally and physically. Make sure you're ready to go for next season as we gear things up. As a school, CIH, we're really excited to begin year 10. This coming season, 2020-2021, will be our 10th season. We've got a couple different things planned. Again, we're very much looking forward to opening our doors again in the fall. And again, we sit and we plan accordingly, pretty much every week, evaluating what's changed, what we anticipate for change, and making sure that we're in a position to provide a safe and healthy environment for the student athletes returning hopefully in the fall. So, again, we look forward to that. I know we will keep this room open for a little bit for some chit chat back and forth, sharing some memories. But again, ultimately, thank you everyone for an outstanding year. It's not the way we wanted to leave it off, but with that, it's a goodbye and a see you soon. So don't be a stranger. If this is going to be your last year at CIH, we hope to see you soon. Again, if you continue with us next year, we can't wait to get started again. So to everyone, thank you very much. Thank you for everyone attending Gala, and have a great summer.
Congrats, everybody. I've unmuted you all, so if anybody wants to talk.
We got a jet, but have a great summer, everybody, and I'll be in touch. If you need anything for off ice, don't hesitate to contact me. Have a great one, guys. Bye.
Bye, Alex. Thanks.
Yeah, Alex.
Thank you, Alex. Bye.
Thank you.
Have a great summer. Thank you.
Bye. Thanks, Jerry.
Thank you.
What's your Lord?
You guys usually are nonstop chatting at the academy. What's happening?
Oh. What's happened?
Because the parents are there.
What did you say?
You said because the parents are here, Sue.
Oh, I see. I see. Maybe we should have to class every day. I like that idea.
Not me.
Are you?
Well, congratulations, everyone, and hopefully you all have a fantastic summer. Best of luck going forward, and to those that we won't see and to the ones that are coming back, it will be really nice to see you. So take care.
Here's Nikita. Nikita, you didn't come on your video for your award.
Nikita, are you in bed?
So, thank you everyone for all.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. It was very good year.
Here, yes.
Yeah. Thank you, coach.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, bye everybody. If you're coming by at any time, I'm living in the dorm, so make sure you get permission, but stop by and say hello.
I'll be there in 5 minutes.
Okay, I'll see you, Al. Oh, Andre, while you're here, you've got a package. I'm going to leave it in Tom's office for you. You can pick it up whenever.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Luca, were you happy to get your award?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Good.
Thank you, Coach Paul. Thank you, guys.
You're
See you
welcome.
next year.
Yeah.
What about you, Mr. Pigeon? Were you happy
Happy for what?
for your award?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Of
I
course.
mean, thanks, Coach Al. Thanks for the year. Thanks for the great 2 years. Thanks to you, Miss Kelly, not making my life too hard. Though sometimes I may push the limit, but you were a great principal, and I would like to thank you for that, and thanks to the coach Andre and Annie for the year.
You're welcome, buddy. It was my pleasure.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right,
Good luck. Good luck.
thank you, Coach.
How's the weather across the river?
It's the same. a bit hotter.
A bit hot.
Anyway, thank you, Coach.
You're welcome.
How about you, Etienne? Were you pleased to get your award?
Obviously.
Yeah, congrats, buddy.
Thank you.
Achievement.
Jen cleaned up today.
Mm-hmm.
Academic award, hockey award.
Yeah. I hear you're gearing up to do some courses over the summer. Is that right? No? Maybe I wasn't supposed to say that.
Hey, Dylan, how are you?
I'm good. Coach, how you doing?
What's with the beard?
The beard?
Yeah, the beard.
What do you mean?
I think it looks good.
I've always had one.
You always had that beard.
Well, you don't see my beard.
You just haven't seen me in 3 months.
Hey, Noah, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. I see that you got a haircut.
No, I'm going to get one today, actually.
Me too. So excited.
Yeah.
Are you getting a child special?
What's that?
None of that.
You get my special.
Wish. I had long hair before I got married and had 3 girls, or 2, well, 3 women at home.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, I got to do some cleaning.
All right. Bye, Coach.
Good luck.
Hey, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Landry, is that you behind the blank box? Landry? Are you there, Mr. Landry?
Nah, he's
It's
fishing,
actually
probably.
Landry's dad.
Oh, it's Landry's dad? Okay. Hello, Mr. Laird.
Hey, how are you?
Good, thanks.
Nice, Gala. We enjoyed it. Thank you for doing that.
Oh, you're welcome. Our pleasure.
And thanks, Marcus, for coaching the team.
Oh, thank you. You guys are awesome. Thanks for all your support. And Landry was, oh, he's a backbone for us for sure.
You could really see the progression throughout the year. They really did gain confidence, and you could see them work together as a team.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Landry? Out fishing?
Well, I don't know if I should share this because I don't know if y'all are allowed to up there, but he's actually playing golf.
Oh, yeah. They just opened up, a week ago for us, I think.
Nice.
Yeah, he had a couple of appointments today and get his back worked on a little bit, and then staying loose, and then get around to golf in.
Nice.
Unfortunately, some of us have to work, so.
Mm-hmm. Well,
But it's,
hi.
I will. It's good to have him home, but he misses his time at CH. He really enjoyed it, and he really progressed.
Well, hopefully we get him back soon.
Yeah.
And thanks to all of you for what you did this year. We can see the changes in him. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. Mm-hmm.
How are things, Etienne?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, not much.
Get out of the house a little
Nothing
bit.
to do.
No. Doing a little bit of hockey.
Yeah.
That's good. You're able to train a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I have my own personal training thing at my house. So.
Okay.